So today I'll be teaching you how to practically generate a geomantic table, a geomantic figure, the four figures that usually used to the generation of the overall geomantic chart. Oftentimes, when people want to generate a geomantic tables, they usually use what is it called dice to generate the four figures, the four models of geomantic chart, and sometimes people use Tasekin. Now, either of these, either you use dice, you are on the right track, or if you use what is it called a tasking to generate a geomantic table, you're also on the right track. Either none of them is. I'm not here to explain that one is having a flaw or the other is having a flaw. But the most important thing I want you to have at the back of your mind is that when it comes to generating a geomantic tables, the four figures, even though there are thousands of ways or lot of ways or hundreds of ways to generate it, one thing is very paramount, or one thing is a key thing that you keep at your back of your mind, that the more you are closer to this particular thing I'm about to say, the more you are closer to generating a more solidified or a more spiritually inclined figures. Do you understand? And what is that? The four figures are, the more random they are. Or is random a better word to use in this case? Not even a random. The more should I use the word random, or the more arbitrary the four figures you generated, the more arbitrary it is, the more better it is. What I mean by arbitrary, let me break that word so that we will both understand the perspective to which I'm looking at it. What I mean by arbitrary is this. Let's say I put something at the back of my behind me, and I pick one from it. It means that I pick it without any consciousness or without anything. I just pick something from the back. But let's say I have a way of knowing what I'm about to pick, or I have the way of knowing that thing that I'm about to pick. It is no longer that arbitrary. It is no longer closer to the cleanliness, the randomness of this figure you want to generate. You understand? The more arbitrary it is. Because geometry needs to be out of any preset guidelines. It has to be out of any predetermined something. Because you want to connect with what omnipotent, omniscience. You want to connect with what universal mind. You want to connect with what universal mind. So when you are connected with universal mind, you don't have to use any preset guidelines, guidance, or any preset method. That because you need that unity, you need that pureness, you need that openness. So the more you submit your method, the more it is more submissive, the more your method is more submissive, the more closer to the authenticity of that chart you are creating. The more it is closer